Sophie Cunningham had reached her breaking point during a turbulent WNBA game where Caitlinclark was relentlessly targeted and the referees refused to step in. In a shocking incident earlier in the matchup, JCS Sheldon from Connecticut couldn't resist poking Clark in the eye, an aggressive, intentional act far beyond the scope of any basketball play. As Clark pleaded for space, a brawl erupted that drew in Tina Charles, who tried to calm the chaos, and Marina Mabrey, who bulldozed Clark straight to the hardwood. The officiating crew responded by equally penalizing everyone involved. Clark, who was attacked, received a technical. Charles got 1-2. Despite being the peacemaker, Sheldon was slapped with a flagrant, and Mabrey, the aggressor in the pileup, was merely given another technical. The result was astonishing. The victim got punished. The violent instigator walked away with a token foul, and the whole spectacle demonstrated an officiating system in shambles. Enter Sophie Cunningham, Indiana's unsung role player with 6 points per game, who was fed up with the increasing pattern of negligence. She delivered a brutal hard foul on Sheldon, grabbing her by the neck and slamming her down. Not a basketball play, but a deliberate declaration. If the refs won't protect Clark, someone else will. The league ejected Cunningham, Sheldon, and Lindsay Allen from the game with about 40 seconds left. Later that week, the WNBA retroactively upgraded Mabrey's foul to a flagrant 2, ejection-level severity, long after everyone had seen the replays. But it was too little, too late, and felt like a superficial attempt to save face. Cunningham didn't apologize. Instead, she said, "At the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. I'm a team player." Fans exploded in her favor. Her TikTok skyrocketed from approximately 300,000 to over 1 million followers. Her Instagram added around 300,000. Her jersey sold out in the Fever team store. A role player had suddenly become an icon, not by scoring but by standing up for what was right. The reaction wasn't limited to social media. Hype. Connecticut's coach, Rashid Mezian, condemned Cunningham's foul as disrespectful and stupid, bizarrely claiming her team did nothing, despite Sheldon's eye poke and Allen's involvement. Such comments reeked of gaslighting, infuriating fans who had watched the blatant aggression unfold. Meanwhile, Indiana coach Stephanie White had sounded the alarm weeks earlier. When officials don't get control of the game and allow physical play to go unchecked, this is exactly what happens, she maintained, warning that unchecked aggression would only escalate, and she was proven right. Even the broadcasters expressed fatigue with the officiating, lamenting that if refs had acted decisively earlier, the whole meltdown might have been avoided. Cunningham was suddenly the perfect storm. A black belt in Taekwondo by age 6, beloved role player and teammate defender, who brought warmth, personality, and backbone to a league struggling with credibility. Former NBA enforcer Joakim Noah had even publicly argued Indiana needed an enforcer to protect Clark. Cunningham obliged. When the WNBA belatedly upgraded Mabrey's foul but fined Cunningham roughly $400 for her flagrant 2, it sent a message that penalties target protectors more than perpetrators. The league's apparent priority to shield officials' reputations rather than its own players became a glaring hypocrisy. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert released no statement addressing officiating reform or athlete protection. No acknowledgement of repeated missed calls or promise to improve. The silence spoke volumes. The league would fine the defender, but wouldn't commit to defending their star. Cunningham embraced her newfound nickname, the Enforcer, doubled down ahead of the Indiana-Las Vegas matchup, and even lip-synced Selena Gomez's "Hands to Myself" on TikTok as a cheeky nod to her takedown. Critics started a Change.org petition to remove her from the league over misconduct, but it netted fewer than 350 signatures, a stark contrast to the flood of jersey sales and supportive messages. Fans saw her as a folk hero. Commentators saw a needed spark. Teammates saw loyalty in action. More importantly, the controversy laid bare a systemic officiating problem stretching back to Clark's rookie season in 2024, when players repeatedly body-checked her with impunity. Kennedy Carter's hip check, Natasha Cloud's no-call contact in a game-ending play against the New York Liberty, countless blindsides and clothesline fouls. Clark had been treated like a punching bag while officials looked away. Cunningham's stand may have been violent, but it was born out of necessity. When the system failed, she stepped in, and in doing so, she forced the WNBA to confront its priorities: stand by its star, or enable her to be mauled. Critics argued she crossed the line. Supporters countered that she held a line the referees wouldn't. The league faces a crossroads: recommit to protecting its players, or risk being seen as prioritizing image over action. Until meaningful change arrives, Cunningham's defiant stance and the fan reaction behind it will continue to echo loudly, perhaps loud enough to force reform.